I recently read the book called Second Chances by Chuck Gallagher, and this is a book about a guy who's in jail and he reflects on his mistakes. One of the key points in the book that meant a lot to me is when Chuck states in his second statement, "We are given the creative power to manifest our present and our future, just as we have created our past. It isn't fate that determines our future. We choose our future by the choices we make today. If we don't like the present we are living or desire a more positive future, we can create it. The power is ours. Our ability to break the chains from the past allows us to live in our present and choose to create the future we desire." Basically, this quote is saying that if I see something wrong in the world, or if you see something wrong in the world, you can either decide to do something or do nothing. Either one is still a choice that we make. We are responsible for our choices, so we must accept the consequences that come along with it. It's also saying that no one is to be truly blamed for our mistakes that we make. A person cannot control how we feel. The only thing a person can do is pursue us. But the choice is always up to us on how we react. This quote taught me that when I'm stuck in a situation, I could either spend all day worrying about that situation, or I can use that time to find a solution. Because worrying gets me nowhere. Those are the choices that I have. I have a friend who once told me my life is like a fire. If I get too close to it, I will burn. But if I stand just close enough, that fire will keep me warm. The choice is, where do I want to stand? There's a story that I keep as a reminder that reminds me I have so much more potential to do so much more than I already have. The story about my friend and what he did with his second chance of life. He was sick as a little boy, and his father was in the hospital with him praying to God. He was telling God, "I will not beg you to save my son, but if you see that he still has something in store for him that can do your excellent work, Lord, then let him live. But if not, then go ahead and take him." It really is an eye-opener for me of where I stand and what I'm going to do with my life. Because today, my friend, he learned to play so many sports. Soccer, football, basketball, and he learned how to play so many instruments, guitar, piano, bass, drum. And he takes all those talent and he comes back and teaches me and his family, and that makes a stronger bond with all of us. He takes the things that he learns in life and he shares it with us. He used to tell us all the time that if he could find a way to better himself, then he'll do it. So why can't I do the same? I was always taught that when people look at me, they should see a reflection of God. So if I choose to do bad choices in my life and people look at me, they're going to say that God is terrible, that girl tarnished his name. But if I decide to make good decisions with my life, to do good, then people will look at me and say, God is good. It's a choice of free will that I have of how I'm going to demonstrate his love and who God is. So every choice made will either have a negative consequence or a positive result. The outcome is connected to the choices we choose to make. As we continue to live on learning from the outcomes, we become more aware of the choices that we make. So this is an overall summary of my essay on second chances. And the choices that we make is all on us and not nobody else.